It is time for our Nayara Energy effective player of the match. And how relieved would Rohit Sharma be that he's got an innings, he's got a score, he's back in form, and he fittingly makes this segment. Let's get Sanjay Manjrekar's thoughts. I think it's a pretty easy choice today, Sanjay, but what was the most impressive part about Rohit Sharma's innings in Cuttack today?
That if he decides to get a big score, he can do it. So what he was doing during the 2023 World Cup final was a very selfless act where he thought he'll make life easier for the batters to follow. If he had to chase 300, he would already sort of get that run rate up in the first 10 overs to 8 or 9, thereby, just relieving the burden on the batters to follow. But this one was for himself, obviously, because a big one hadn't come in a while for him, and he just needed an international 100 to just get the monkey off the back. And you could see that how easily he did it. He still played attackingly, but not the kind that we saw in the 50 overs World Cup. This was more about calculated risks, and he knows how to get hundreds in 50 overs cricket.
You know, when you talk about a player at this stage of his career, I'm sure at some point he's got very little to prove to the world, but to prove to himself that he has the energy, he has the stamina to carry on after 50 overs of fielding, bat another 30. He'd sleep well tonight knowing that he still got it, wouldn't he, Sanjay?
I would like to think, Ronak, that he did this more for the others. In India, there's so much pressure on the big brands to get, especially batters to get the big scores. You need 100. If you don't get 100, you're out of form. So he wanted to get this one just to sort of silence a few people. And you could see that he was not greatly delighted. And he actually, maybe he wanted to send a message that, it's not an inning that I'm going to be thrilled about. The way he got it and the way he reacted, it was just for people to, calm calm them a little bit. Here's your 100. Whether he'll be able to keep getting hundreds one after the other, I'm not so sure. But today he was very keen to get a big score, and he got it, and that's the class of Rohit Sharma in 50 years cricket.
Yeah, that's a big box ticked for fitness and form. Let's also talk about power, shall we, Sanjay? Many times players who get to their late 30s, batters especially, the one thing we see is perhaps the power game is affected. We've seen through the evidence of this innings that Rohit Sharma still has the ability to hit fast bowling and clear them for six with ease.
Yes, but then again, because we have this habit of watching them very closely, the power game is with him when it comes to playing, the basic sort of cricket shots. The others that he tries, and I don't like seeing Rohit Sharma play those kind of reverse laps or the sweep shot that he plays. That's where you could see that maybe, he's not quite perfect in the way he executes it, but when it comes to those shots straight down the pitch or stepping out, the balance is beautiful. I think the power game will stay with him even if he decides to play the veterans tournament when he's 50 years old. Saurav Ganguly also was another batter whose power didn't leave him right till the very end. So some people just have that gift, and we can say Virat Kohli's powers, pure batting power in the shots have diminished. Tendulkar as well, towards the end of his career, didn't quite have the power. Rohit Sharma has it, Saurav Ganguly had it, and a few others. So it's just a gift that stays with these people for a long time.
Right. Sanjay Manjrekar, thank you so much for your time and your thoughts. Excellent then from Rohit Sharma. And for that fantastic 100 in Cuttack, he is our Nayara Energy effective player of the match.